Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Hey, great big world out there. How y'all doing today? Hey, it's Saturday. Hey, it's Saturday. Hey, who can sing that song with me? It's Saturday. Hey, it's Saturday. Hey. No, wait, I didn't see myself on. Okay, there I go. There I go. There I go. Hey, y'all. Happy Saturday. This is the third Saturday in the month of May. And we all know that May, we are recognizing for mental health awareness. So, people, please take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know, mental health awareness is so important on so many different levels and so many different aspects. And, you know, we just want to be mindful because we're all dealing with something, period. We're all going through something, whether good, bad, ugly, and or indifferent. So, you know, we just want to be mindful and we just want to show up for people, period. So, I missed y'all last week. You know, I used to say it's been 7 whole days since I seen y'all. It's been 14 whole days since I seen y'all. Boom. I missed y'all. Hey, it's Saturday. Hey, it's Saturday. Hey, it's Saturday. Hey. Okay. I got that out. I got that out. Well, I'm so glad you are tuning in, whether now or later. But how do I kick the show off? Fun facts. You all know how I do it. Let's jump into fun facts. So, today's fun fact was wow. It came at the spirit of moment, just in the middle of a conversation, just talking to some affiliates of mine. And, you know, we're recognizing mental health awareness, right? And so, when there's a crisis, we always want to call for help and or assistance. And who do we call? 911. And so, you know, good old inquisitive me, nosy, real nosy, inquisitive me, you know, I wanted to know how all of this started, how it generated, what happened, right? How did 911 start? Like, who thought of this? Got some fun facts for y'all. Ooh. Okay, so now here it goes. The entire ideal of a short 3-digit numerical emergency number, it actually started in the United Kingdom, and their number in the United Kingdom was 999. And this is dated all the way back to 1937. So they are the ones that originally started this 3-digit code to call out for assistance, right? Okay, no problem. However, the very first initial 911 call was made February 16th in 1968 in Alabama. It was the Speaker of the House, and he placed the first ceremonial 911 test. It was a test call from Haleyville City Hall, and he was going to talk to the representative Tom Bevel. Now, let's talk about this, right? We're already in the United States because, again, we're on 911, whereas the United Kingdom was 999, right? Now, 911 was actually chosen because it was a brief and easy number to remember. Now, I just had this conversation with my brother, and we were talking about who remembers what and how and this and that. So, can anybody name 5 numbers in their cell phone that they know by heart if they lose their cell phone? And, you know, we just chuckled. I think he told me he know about 3, maybe 4. And he was like, yeah, you know, that's just pretty much it. I know 911. Like, who don't know 911? So it's very important to know numbers. But to think that someone back then was thinking that, look, we have to make this easy and convenient everywhere. So that's how 911 was chosen. Now, with this number being chosen, you would be able to dial it quickly. You can use a rotary phone, and it was a unique sequential, how they said it, set of numbers that was not used as an area code or anything. So, like, no one ever thought of this. So, bam, 911, there you have it. Now, time brings about a change. And what comes with time? Evolution. What comes with evolution? Innovation. So it just keeps going and going and going. So now a major push with this number happened in 1964. And there was a murder in Kitty Genovese, New York. And it was witnesses that wanted to assist and help, but they didn't know who to call. They didn't know who to ask for help. Now, what happened was they wanted this to be just basic, and they wanted to be able to show the caller's location just in case someone wasn't able to identify where they were, right? So now, the 1980s and 90s, it was enhanced E911 calls, and it was introduced to automatically transmit whatever number you call from and wherever your location is. So it's going to bounce off towers, guaranteed, but they're going to be able to find you based off your location and address. Now, as we keep going and going into technology, the pay phones are not in existence. The rotary phones are not in existence. The big brick phones are, not in existence. However, telephone systems all over, whether it was dealing with the customer's latitude or longitude, they had implemented GPSs and cell towers to pick up locations and phone numbers to where a distressed person was at, so they could be easily found within a matter of minutes. And no one would have to wonder and worry who to contact, because this number is universal throughout the United States of America. Now, to date, there is 99% of individuals who dial 911, which is an estimated total of 240 million calls annually. That's a lot of phone calls, first of all. Like, can you just imagine the dispatchers and how they go home? Like, dealing with me answering the phone all day, every day. When I'm done with work, I truly don't care about a cell phone. I don't care to talk, not at all. I really don't even care to text anymore, but just think about all of the calls that's coming in instantaneously. Like, on your job, you have some downtime. Is there a downtime at the 911 dispatcher's office? Do they have a slow season? Depending on the work that you do, you may have a slow season, right? So, this was just things that I thought about. And so, we're going to do a continuation of this later on sometime. But I just wanted to drop those fun facts on y'all. Whoever was curious about how 911 got implemented, I was. So now I know that, hey, February 16th, 1968, it was a call made. Yeah, that's how this started. So, I got something to be excited about when I talk to these people if I have to call 911, right? Okay. So, we're going to jump right into our wonderful announcements that we always have. Yes, yes, and yes, and yes. Now, again, people, please create that IRS ID Me account. You don't realize how important it is. I was actually on the federal website. I use my email address, and it directed me to IRS ID me account. And I was like, but wait, why? It's a federal entity, and a lot of sign-ins, you're going to have to use that IRS ID me account. It's so important. And if you are in the state of Illinois, you want to create your My Tax Illinois account, because again, anyone who has access to your name and social and can report wages and earnings, you want to be privy of that information, okay? Now, yes, we are still in the month of May. We had some extraordinary birthdays that just happened just this week. However, if you are celebrating your birthday for the month of May, please do it in decency and in order. Please celebrate yourself. Enjoy yourself. And hey, don't forget, I like birthday cake, okay? Don't forget, please. I love birthday cake. So even if you don't want none, just get the slice and send it to me, and I'll take care of that for you. Now, our birthdays that passed this week that was so special would be my best friend Shamil. Her birthday was actually on Tuesday. My auntie Tootie, all the way in Las Vegas, her birthday was on Wednesday, which was the 13th. And then we have the 14th, which is my auntie Johnny's birthday, and Miss Piper, my accountant. And if y'all know me, y'all know I don't call her that. I call her Miss Obama, because it's really hard to catch up with that lady. So yeah, no worries. I got to blast it on here. So I really hope you ladies had a beautiful time. I hope you guys are still celebrating. I know I asked my best friend if she had some cake, and she said, no, she didn't have any cake. And Tootie didn't call me back, so I don't know if she had any cake. And I haven't seen Aunt Johnny yet, but when I do, I think she gonna have some cake for me, because she know I like cake. The remaining special birthdays that we're gonna be celebrating is Miss Angel at Angel's Tax Services, coming on the 21st of this month. We got my caramel peanut butter cup and Smiley, which is my brother and sister in love, all the way in Jamaica, coming on the 23rd, as well as my pretty princess grandbaby. Her birthday is also on the 23rd. So happy birthday to all of y'all. And I can't forget about a special, special person, very special to me. And you guys, if you want some good cooked food, you want some down home good food, holler at Miss Cole, Little Mama's Kitchen. Her birthday is on the 29th. So we can't forget about her and that good, delicious cooking. And Miss Cole, I know it's your birthday, but I still want to plate, because I know you're going to cook. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Now, the few announcements that I have for you all is that I announced on the 2nd that after careful consideration, we're doing vacation seasoning. The weather is breaking for all of those who like this type of weather. And, who's going to be sitting down really on a Saturday, right? So what Let's Talk Finance decided to do was, instead of us doing a weekly show, we are now, for the summer, we are now going to be doing a show every other week. So yes, you all see me now. You saw me on the 2nd, and I know you're looking at your calendars like, well, okay, then that's the 30th. Well, I have another surprise for you. The 30th, there will not be a show, as I will have to handle some business matters. So I will not be available. So I ask everyone to please keep me and my family in your prayers. Please keep us uplifted. And, just think about us, please. Don't forget to like, love the content, share the content. It's free information, full of information that no one is really talking about. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You would be amazed at the information that's out there and what I've put out there for everyone who wants to know and grab a hold of their finances, how to handle and take possession and control over that, right? So let's jump into our show today. Hey, it's Saturday. Hey, it's Saturday. Now, welcome back to Let's Talk Finance podcast. And if you are new here, Welcome to the family. We are family here at Let's Talk Finance. Like, that's it. That's it. That's all. There is no you don't belong, you don't fit, this doesn't apply to me. It's none of that. You come here, we family. So if you want to be my cousin, you want to be the auntie, the uncle, the sister, the brother, welcome to the family. That's all I gotta say. What you have to know is that on Let's Talk Finance podcast, we break down your finances with clarity. We break down your finances with empowerment. We break down your finances with faith. And we do that because understanding your money is not just about the numbers itself, right? It's about having confidence. It's about being in alignment and also having a purpose, right? Because that's just so important. So important. Now, before I kick off what the show is about, right? Let me ask y'all a question. And be honest. Whether you're honest with me, be honest with yourself, right? When was the last time you honestly felt financially organized, emotionally at peace, and fully in control of both your personal life and business responsibilities at the same time? When? I thought about that. I started watching this series on Netflix and it's called Found. And one of the sentences that the lady said was, you no longer have control over me. It's something when someone controls your mind, controls your peace, controls where you're going, where you're coming. And it's just like you feel like you're at no point of return. How this one person can have all of this control and power over you. That's how I look at this question. So I really had to sit and think about that. And I got an answer, but I want to think about my answer before I disclose my answer. Does that make sense? But I want you all to think about that. Again, when was the last time you honestly felt financially organized, emotionally at peace, and fully in control of both your personal life and business responsibilities at the same time? Now, this week I've been posting all about wealth, money wellness, building money, financial breaks, rest and resetting, peace, everything. Now I'm going to bring that all together. So, our topic for today is financial balance, managing life, business, and peace, right? That's our topic. And here's the thing, right? It's all about the reality. We look at success and we think that success means perfection. We have to be perfect at what we're doing, right? But that has just a small portion, right? We have to think about our responsibilities. We have to think about our personal well-being. We have to know the direction that we're coming in. Now, for a lot of people, I may not be talking to you because you're fully organized. There is no room that needs improvements or adjustments. And I understand that to no fault, right? But for people that struggle with this, me being one of them, and only talk about me, this show is very, very powerful to me in so many ways, right? Now, have you ever found yourself trying to manage a household, manage a business, manage a career, manage your bills, manage your goals, manage your expectations, manage just everyday life all at the same time? Just didn't think about that. I have. I don't know about y'all, but I have. Sometimes I still do it. This week is a perfect example of all that. All of it. When I tell you this week, I have been tried and tested, baby. But somebody was praying for me. And I got a wonderful pastor. Shout out to Pastor Porter at Romy. So, before I get off topic, now, what we do is as humans and being that once we start something, we like to finish it, right? We don't take a moment to ourselves, right? We don't balance life. What we balance is survival mode. You know, I have clients that call and say, you know, Shavonna, how are you? I don't even want to ask you for nothing right now. I just want to know how you doing. Because it never fails or ceases to amaze me when I call you, you're just working or up. Do you sleep? Because I'm really concerned about you. And that's being in survival mode, right? Now, financial balance is more than just numbers on your paper, right? It's more than your tax return, your check stub, your bank account. It's about creating structure. It's about protecting your peace. It's about being intentional and making intentional strategic decisions. It's about learning how to manage your money without losing yourself in the process. I did all of that. All of it. Recently, I did it. That's why I can talk about it and I can use me as that perfect example, right? Now, defining financial balance, protecting your peace while managing your responsibilities. Let's talk about it, right? So, let's talk about society, the world we live in today, right? Many people are operating in survival mode. Me, can't talk about nobody else but me. People are consistently working, they consistently giving, they're consistently solving problems, they're consistently taking your problems and making it their problems. They're taking your load and handling your load, their load, and the man next door load. And it slows down where our focus is at. We lose our responsibilities. We lose the capabilities of the financial habits that we once actually had and that we actually stuck to. Because we no longer know how to build. Because again, we're taking on everyone else's situation. And maybe that's just an outline or a barrier to not think about what you have going on because it's so easy to put the focus elsewhere. When in all actuality, we need to be thinking about us. We have to have some type of structure. We have to be able to make intentional decisions. We have to be healthy. And we have to understand money management on a deeper level. We also have to be emotionally well. That's why this topic is important. Water break. Okay, so let's talk about some key facts in this, right? In everything I just said, let's talk about some key facts and points. Financial balance is not about being perfect. It's not. It's about stability. Do you have stability? If you don't have stability, that structure or foundation is going to fall. There is going to be resistance somewhere because of how we're doing things, because of our priorities. Another thing that we miss, income. Income means little to nothing if you are stressfully burning yourself out and if you are disorganized. Because all of that is going to take precedence over what you have going on, and it's going to deliberately, unselfishly watch you fall. That's like that person having control of your life and you just want to be free. You want to be free. Now, you got a lot of high earners struggling financially because of their spending habits, poor planning, and poor management. Just because you have it don't mean you have to spend it. That's called spending money with your emotions. And that's not always the good thing. It's not, because your emotions is now in control. Again, think about that individual that's got control of your life. They control what you eat, when you go to sleep, how you sleep. It controls your mind. That's the same as your finances. When your finances are not in order, you are not at peace, because now you're trying to figure out all the pieces to the puzzle. You're trying to make it make sense. What is the old cliche? I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Let's not talk about if you got kids to worry about. Let's not talk about if you done took on somebody else's responsibilities. All of that matters and plays a key factor in that. So now you're at a loss, and it's like, what happened? Now, while we're talking about this, we have to try to look at it and analyze it from another perspective. Suppose no one was controlling you or your finances. Suppose you were able to move freely and do as you see fit freely every day without consequences. Wouldn't that be a great feeling? Isn't that how you want your money to feel? Don't you want to feel like that? I know I do. Again, I can't talk about nobody else but me. And this is me. I've been there many times. But when you feel free, it's like, I got clarity. I can think. I can make better decisions. I can show up. I can be available for not just myself, but those who depend on me. And I can do it strategically. That's how you protect your peace. Another thing that people don't think about, tax planning. Tax planning is a major part of your financial balance. It's a very big part, because now someone is looking at all of your finances. Let's just say you're ready to go buy and purchase some investment. Let's talk about a house or a building. The first thing they're going to ask you for is a tax return. What if you ain't filed in 2 or 3 years? Now you got to up and try to find somebody. Hopefully that somebody know what they're doing. Hopefully you can have a connection with them and bond with them. Now, keep in mind, now you're stressed all over again, because now you're giving all your personal information to this stranger. That's your social. That's your banking information. That's your name. That, God forbid if you got kids. Well, see, they ain't got no credit. And what if this person's credit is messed up? So these are things that people don't think about. And this comes with tax preparation, because you got to find that right person to do that tax return. Because again, this is a part of you. But y'all ain't been through that. Just me. Only me. Now, how do you reduce all of this frustration, right? You reduce financial anxiety by improving your cash flow. Know where your money is going. Know where it's coming, right? Prevent avoidable penalties and debt. Sometimes it's easier said than done. I know that. I know that. Listen, I bought a bedroom set. They told me 18 months, same as cash. Okay, if I can, I will. What I can probably guarantee you is that it won't be a late payment. Well, guess what? There were several late payments. Guess what? Missed that 18 months. So now I got interest and penalties. That's because everyday life happens. And because we're so focused on trying to be perfect, we're not focused on, listen, here's the plan. Here's the plan for the plan that we have. And here's the backup plan for the plan that we have for the plan that we've already made. Let that marinate. You got to create confidence when you're making your decisions. If you are second guessing yourself on decisions, what do you think the next person is going to do? You got to stand strong. Like, I'm so strong on some birthday cake. So anybody birthday in May got some birthday cake, I'm strong that they going to give me a piece of their birthday cake. I'm so strong. I strongly believe that. And if they don't, they are just pure evil. Now, financial balance also means understanding the difference. And now I'm not just talking to individuals, I'm talking to individuals and entrepreneurs. Because now here we're going to make that connection. So I'm going to say it again. Financial balance is understanding the difference between business growth versus personal exhaustion. How many people work every day and so tired? I'm just tired. So my question is, are you tired of working or are you tired of being tired? Which is it? Or are you just sick and tired of being sick and tired? Because you know you can get tired of being sick and tired. But it ain't none of y'all. That's just me. Productivity versus overworking. Again, I have clients that call me and say, Siobhan, you been asleep? Because I'm even afraid to ask you what I need because it don't matter what time I call, you're always woke. When are you resting? I'm worried about you. And my response is, well, if I rest, how can I help you? That's my response. And it works. That because no one has ever given me an answer yet. No one has ever given me an answer. But we have to know the difference. Revenue versus profitability. That's a real big one. And providing for others versus neglecting yourself. I'm going to say that again. Providing for others versus neglecting yourself. I don't think none of y'all did it, but I have. I'll make sure someone else has. And then I'll worry about me. Because it matters. Because as long as they're okay, mentally, I'm going to be okay. Right? Right. Now, here's $1 million question for you. How do I want to put this? Okay. So, are your financial habits creating peace in your life or increasing pressure that you've simply learned to live with? Like you've adjusted to this. Like this is the everyday norm for you. Like I'm just giving up on peace. This is just what it is. I don't know about y'all, but I've been there several times. This week was the week that was there. When I tell you tried and tested, baby, when I tell you me and the F word were very good friends this week, because the F word came with everything and everybody. But I had somebody praying for me. I got a pastor. Because when I couldn't cry or pray for me, I had somebody else to do it. I had somebody else that brought me back to reality. Somebody that was unbiased. Somebody that was going to tell the truth in spite of. Now, sometimes we don't like that. Because then, to us, people are nosy. Or they don't understand. Or they got it better than us. No, bro. They done been through it too. Trust me. This ain't no walk in the park. And it ain't for the weak or the faint. So that was the answer to my question. Just think about it. Listen. And I'm going to tell you this. one thing that I've learned that's so vividly clear is that financial balance is not about what happens in your bank account. It's not. It's not. It happens when you create boundaries and routines. Listen, I just found out how important boundaries were June of last year. June, and I ain't gonna tell my age, but you see this gray hair, right? But I just figured out the importance of boundaries not even a whole year ago. Routine is very important. But what about those boundaries? What about support? What about mental clarity? Let's not forget, we're in the month of May, which is for mental health awareness. Let me put a pin in that. Have you checked on somebody? Have you called somebody and said, hey, I'm just thinking about you. You good? You okay? I may not have nothing to give you, but you need to talk. I'm here. You'd be surprised how long and how far that goes. You'd be surprised. Around this time, because it's not as busy for me as I would like, this is the time me and my aunt that's out of town, my Aunt Tootie, this is when we talk frequently. So I would say not the week past, but yeah, this week and last week. Like, I think I talked to her about 3 or 4 times, and I got to call her about 6 more times because I'm going to just have 6 more things to tell her, and I don't want to tell her all in the same day just to have a reason to call 6 times. No worries. That's my problem. It's okay. I'm crazy like that. But no worries. So we have to know when to turn it off and when to turn it on. We have to know that it's okay to protect our financial being, and it's okay to have peace while creating those boundaries, right? Now, I know you're saying, okay, Shavonna, that may make sense, but I got life, I got kids, guess what? If you broke down and ain't here, life is gonna go on. But you gotta create that, because if you're not good for you, how can you potentially show up and be good for somebody else? Y'all may think I'm y'all favorite accountant, y'all best accountant in the whole wide world, but guess what? If I don't take a step back and if I don't reset, recenter, and refocus, then y'all gonna be at my funeral. Have cake. But no worries. Now, here's what I will tell you, right? Because now that I've given you the foundation, let's break down having the stability without being burnt out. And I did not realize how burnt out I was until yesterday. My best friend called me and said, I'll be at your house at 9 a.m. We're going out. Well, no, I have work to do. No, you don't. You're going out with me. Well, I'm kind of in between financial blessings. I didn't ask you for your money or what you had. I'll be at your house at 9 o'clock. My best friend was definitely here at 9 o'clock. When I got home, it was 6:39 p.m. I went to 2 states and 10 stores and didn't do nothing. And when I tell you, it felt like a weight had lifted off me, baby, I'm still crying. And we didn't do nothing. Just that fresh air. Just to refocus and recenter. Just that clarity. Just to talk about something else. Just to laugh. Just to eat. Just to make somebody else's day. Because when somebody tell me, you done made my day, thank you. I wish I had more customers like you. That makes me happy. Because now I done made their job just a little bit easier. You think about how you feel if somebody did that to you. So let's talk about these key factors in the key points and how you can put all of that together. How your mental and financial clarity needs you to be productive, and it needs you to be in that productive space. How do you do that? You have to have balanced habits that create long-term stability. You have to. After yesterday, and y'all know I don't like this hot stuff out here. Y'all know I can't stand it. And if y'all in the city of Chicago, y'all already know that they charging to go to the lakefront and go to the parks if you in a car. Now, I haven't seen where you were walking, but they charging you to go to the beaches now. But I got some gym shoes, and I'm going to get up and take me a walk around the block every day just to recenter. Because it's something about the air. It's something about the sun. Now, knowing me, because I don't like heat, I may be the one outside walking at 5 a.m., but it's not hot. I don't think you're supposed to be big and hot, but that's just me. But that's what I'm going to do, because I can't believe that it was just that much fun just bringing clarity to the forefront of my mind yesterday. What we got to also implement, people, is financial discipline. And that includes you got to save intentionally. You have to. There's no ifs, ands, and buts and maybes about it. And I'll be the first to tell you, start small. When my granny was here, rest in peace, my granny told me save a nickel a week. And so at the end of the week, my nanny, when I would call her, she would tell me, listen, Siobhan, don't go buy that ice cream, because next week you probably gonna want a sundae, because all the other little kids got 3 scoops and you got 1. Save your nickel, and so next time when the truck come by, you can get you some more ice cream. But guess what? I saved a whole lot of nickels because I had a whole lot of ice cream. And it was so funny back then when my nana used to tell me that. But it made so much sense. So start saving, people. Save a nickel a week. I'm not going to tell you $1, $5, $10, because I don't know your financial situation. But I'm going to tell you about me. I'm going to save a nickel a week because it has to start somewhere. And I'm being intentional. Spend with purpose. Whenever I go out and I see a piece of cake, that is spending with purpose, because I need a slice of cake. Yes, but spend with purpose. Plan ahead. I'm a big planner. And, me and one of my friends was talking about this, like, as far as going to the stores. Like, I am not a store person. I'm going to go to the store and get what I need to get, and that's it. Going up and down every aisle and lane, that's not me. If I go and I ask you, do you have it? You tell me it's in this lane and it ain't there, I'm going to the next store. I ain't got time to walk around. That's just not me. I'm not the one to window shop unless it's the Harry Potter store. However, you have to plan ahead. You have to have a plan. One of my best friends that work closely with me, her and I always talk. And she'll say, okay, so what's the game plan? Let's think of one. Let's put it down on paper. Let's execute it. Given responsibility. If you're going to give this responsibility to somebody, make sure it's trustworthy. Make sure they're going to do what was asked of them to do. Make sure that if they're unable to do it, they have the wherewithal to come to you and say, hey, look, I can't put all this on my plate right now. I just can't do it. I love you and I want to help you, but right now I just can't. I got a best friend that do that to me all the time. She'll tell me right in the door, friend, I pretty much help you with everything, but I'm not helping with no taxes. I'm just not. Don't even ask me. I can't show you how to work Adobe. I can't show you, friend, I ain't got time for none of that. But if you need help with something else, I could probably help you with that. And when I tell you she shows up and shows out, she does. She won't even go to what a potato with me. You know, she told me, I don't want a lamb chop out of my potato. And my response was, they got other meats that go in potatoes. And guess what? She still ain't went to what a potato, because she created those boundaries. And I love and respect her for that. and she mean what she say, and she say what she mean. She's responsible. So if I give her a task, I know without a shadow of a doubt it's going to get done. I have no doubt in my mind it's going to get done. Avoiding financial impulsive decision making. This is where I lean on her the most at, because I will see something, it'll look so nice, glamorous, with glitz and gold, and I just want it. We got to have it. Let's talk finance. Has to have it. But why? Because I said so. Well, no, Shavonda, that's not a good reason. Why not? But that's that impulsive spending. And you got to have that person you can talk to that's going to tell you yes and no, even if it hurts your feelings, and they still love you afterwards. Because that's going to help you in your business. That's going to help your financial decision. Like we have personal boundaries, there's also business boundaries. Bet you didn't know that, did you? Water break. Now, when you don't have those business boundaries, that leads to you burning out. It leads to disorganization. It leads to delayed financial responsibilities. It leads to emotional exhaustion. Your downtime is not improved, not by any stretch of the imagination. Your creativity is lacking. We all have some form of creativity, but it's lacking somewhere. It's gone out the window. Your decision making is now null and void, because now you're just making decisions just because the day is Saturday. Well, I guess I get up and go spend $10,000 I ain't got. I guess I'll go burn out this credit card that, who knows, it's just whatever. Your strategic thinking is leaning. No. Your emotions have taken control of your finances, and they've taken control of you. Again, go back to that individual and just think of a person controlling your mind, controlling your freedom, controlling something as simple as what you can eat and when you can eat, how you must eat. Something so simple that we take for granted. Our emotions will get the best of us and take control of that because we're so burned out. My love bugs, I need y'all to know that when you get rest, that's not you being lazy. Rest is a necessity. It's necessary. It's maintenance for long-term success. It's maintenance for financial clarity. It improves a lot of things. A lot of things. Okay, what does it improve? I'm getting to that. Wait. Your accounts are organized. When my emotions is not playing a part in nothing, again, I know I ain't talking to none of y'all out there because none of y'all ain't been through this, just me. But your accounts are organized, and I'm an organized person. But when I'm all over the place and I'm in a disarray, everything is shredded. And I done deleted everything. Everything is just gone. Gone. Deadlines are planned because your plan is now working that you've set into action. You're able to move around how you see fit and how you need to move around. Priorities are realistic because now you're thinking, what is my priority? What goes first? What needs to happen in the order that it needs to happen in? Time is managed intentionally because I'm intentional about how I'm moving. I got $1 billion question for you. The last question was the $1 million question. Y'all peep that? Okay. Now, here's my $1 billion question for y'all. Have you created a lifestyle that supports your financial goals? Or have you created a lifestyle that constantly drains your energy trying to maintain it? That was me. Yep. Can't talk about nobody but me. And guess what? All that happened this week too. Bam. I ain't ashamed. I'm human. It don't make me no worse and no better than nobody else. And if it does, oh well. I'm me. And who am I? The allure of abundance. Let that marinate. It's Saturday. I missed y'all. Like, I don't know how this twice a month thing gonna do, because going 14 days without seeing y'all, I feel some type of way. Y'all see? Ooh, okay. So here's what I want to tell you. Let me give you a plan to put in action. Right? This week, and it's an easy homework assignment. Very easy. And when I come back to y'all, I want y'all in 3 weeks to tell me what it is y'all have done. And I'm remember this. This week, I want you to take time and be honest with yourself. Then I want you to take an honest inventory of your financial and personal routines, whatever it may be. Whatever it is, just take that time to identify what it is. Let's go old school, pencil and paper. Let's take it back. Because what does the word say? If it's written down, you see your vision clearly. So let's write it down. Let's look at it. After you've done that, identify one area, just one, not all of them, but identify one area that needs more balance. And this is going to need more of your attention. Where should you put more of your focus to? Is it your focus on balancing? Is it your focus on overspending? Is it your focus on lack of planning? Is it your focus on poor boundaries? Is it your focus on overworking? Or simply not allowing yourself time to reset? That was me. All week long. All year, to be honest. All year. But it was something about that air yesterday. It was something. Just not even thinking about work. And anybody knows me and tell you, I don't care if I'm at a theater, I'm finna ask you, who do your taxes? Let me give you my business card. Let's talk. I think I may have asked one person that yesterday, and they say, well, I go to I said, oh, okay, great. It didn't faze me not one bit, because I was ready to go to the next store. Because all I kept thinking about was, maybe I'm going to get some cake. But I didn't. I got cookies instead. Okay. Now, after you've done that, commit to making one intentional change. And when you make that change, make sure it supports both your financial health and your peace of mind. Because again, if you ain't right here, you ain't going to be right nowhere else. Because see, it starts here. Tell you what, I did a show last year in mental health. I did a whole bunch of shows. But May 24th, I did a show. And we talked about not just mental health, but how it starts, where it stems from. How the heart even plays a role in that. And why it's so important to control how you move. I challenge everybody to go back and watch that show. You won't be disappointed. It's on the YouTube channel. So if you subscribe to it, you can go back and see it. And it was May 24th. Unfortunately, I cannot recall the name of it, but that was the date of it. Now, after you've done that, made that change, I want you to give yourself some grace. I want you to know that financial success is not about the money you make. It's not about the money in your bank account. It's not about your career. It's not about none of that. It's about peace of mind. It's about stability. It's about creating boundaries. It's about creating routines. It's about priorities. It's about structures. It's about trying to not be so dependent on being in survival mode. It's about living and being free. So many movies I've watched, and you see people driving on this long stretch. Man, that's clarity. That's looking at the world. Like, I commend truck drivers. And if you drive for a living, like, you have to be releasing something. There was one show that I saw that said he recommends someone to go to the desert, because when you're in the desert, you hear everything. It ain't nobody out there but you and your thoughts. You can't even hear the crickets rumbling. That's some deep thought. Now just imagine being free and released from all of that. And just imagine how you coming back, reset and recentered. Just imagine what you could put into your financial self, as far as your business and you. But man, just being free, man. Like, I used to hear my mom say, I don't care if I stay in a matchbox and I got one shirt and one piece of bread. At least I got peace. I got peace of mind. And that's something. Because when you got a peace of mind, who can take that away? Nobody. So I know you guys are like, well, this is supposed to be about finances. Well, this is about finances. But this is also mental health awareness. And we have to keep ourselves aware of what's going on. So as our show comes to a close today, I want you all, if you took away nothing else, I want you to remember that financial balance is not about your destination. And it's not about just you arriving at that spot, right? Financial balance shows up when you plan for it. The way you watch how you spend, the way you reset, recenter, and refocus, the way you create those boundaries, the way you protect your peace, the way you build on your finances and align them with your priorities, with your goals, with your confidence. That's where it shows up at. Give yourself permission to slow down when you need to. Adjust when necessary. Build structure that supports you. Have that one person or that team. Have it all. Or just get on your sister nerves like I do. Yeah. Now, y'all would be proud of me. I have not gotten on Benita's nerves in 2 weeks, but oh, baby, just wait till this week. She in for a rude awakening, baby. But I want to take this time to thank all my listeners that's going to be coming on. I want to thank my listeners that's on here now. Oh, hey, Aunt Tootie. Aunt Tootie on here from Las Vegas. It was her birthday on Wednesday. Hey, Aunt Tootie. Hey, Mr. Galloway. Woohoo. Hey, that's right. It's peace. I love it. And what ain't nothing better than peace. And I had to realize that the long way. And I know I'm going to say it again. Ain't none of y'all going through this or been through this. It was just me. That's why it's so important that I could deliver this message, because it is free. Because I have walked the walk. I'm able to talk the talk. I have demonstrated. I got proof. I got receipts. I got a testimony. So, until next time, I want you all to stay encouraged, stay grateful, and stay walking in purpose. Check on somebody and then check on yourselves. I love y'all. I will see y'all in 3 weeks. Continue to keep me and my family in your prayers. And I cannot wait to get back to talk to y'all. Peace.